What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. Honestly, I knew I was having a great day as soon as this happened, bro. As soon as I realized that there was an actual vegan lady screaming at me in the grocery store and it was going to be a great story time, I got a big smile on my face and rushed home. So, yeah, this vegan lady tried to fight me today. That's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. It should be a pretty fun story time. Press the like button or your mom's a hoe, and without further ado, let's get into the video.
The sun's down and I'm feeling it right, so tell me, little mama, what you doing tonight? You know I'm trying to hit it, I'm not being polite.
Alright, so I'm gonna be honest, ever since this pandemic kicked off, I've really enjoyed the fact that you can get basically everything delivered to your house. It's been a long time since I really went to the grocery store to have to shop for stuff, mainly because I'm really lazy, and if somebody can drop it off at my doorstep, that's usually the option I'm gonna pick. But earlier today, for some reason I was like, you know, I've got nothing to do, my videos are done for the day except for the story time, I'm gonna go do some grocery shopping. Usually whenever you're walking around the store, bro, it's the time to notice what new stuff has come out, or you impulse buy some stuff, and I was just trying to kind of see the vibes. So I got in the car, I went to the grocery store, and I'm just pushing around my cart, and I'm going up and down the aisle, and for a little bit I've got no incident whatsoever, and as I'm rounding the corner, there's this little deli section, and as I come around the corner, the first thing that I see is this little old lady, probably in her 80s. This lady was ancient. She's hunched over her shopping cart, and next to her is this dude and a girl. Both of them have the same haircut and their hair is dyed green, and they're just berating this old woman. The girl is calling her a murderer and saying that she should be ashamed of herself, and the guy is just like, yeah, that's right, lady, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're the one that deserved to die. Except, they're kind of saying it through their mask, so it kind of sounds like, you deserve to die. And, I have this weird protection over old ladies. My Oma was really just the sweetest lady on earth, and I would spend most of my time hanging out with her when I was a young kid, so whenever people would be mean to her, little kid me would get all pressed, dog. Now I'm an adult, so whenever I see people being mean to old ladies, it just really makes me mad. So I walked over there and was like, is there a problem here, bro? Because listen, if you want to gang up and yell at me for buying meat or whatever, that's totally fine. Whatever, I can handle it. But this lady literally sat behind Jesus, bro. In 3rd grade. I say that a lot to know when people are old, but genuinely, this lady was ancient. Homegirl probably was at Pearl Harbor on vacation in Hawaii accidentally. This lady was very old. I was surprised she even drove herself there, and these two, young kids were just yelling at her. What is that gonna do, bro? You really think this 80-year-old lady who's been eating meat her entire life is gonna go, oh, those young kids called me a murderer and said I should die. Better stop eating meat. I'm not even saying that, I even have anything really personal against vegans. You want to be a vegan, I guess, it's your choice, do whatever. But screaming at 80-year-old women in the grocery store is a big reason as to why a lot of people just don't like y'all. And I know this isn't every vegan. 99% of them aren't like this. But when I go over there and ask what's going on, bro, they're like, this lady's buying meat and it supports murder, and look at the amount that she has. And I looked in her cart, and this lady did have a lot of meat, and she looks at me and she says that she was having a dinner for her family that weekend, so she needed a lot of food. Which is a pretty logical explanation to me, but these vegan dudes were having none of it. They're like, yeah, likely story, sure. Do you have any idea how many animals had to die to provide this so-called meal for your family? You should be ashamed of how selfish your family is. And I try to point out the very logical observation, which is hey guys, this is an old lady, leave her alone. Just a very logical thing. Screaming at 80-year-olds isn't gonna do anything. Y'all are just making yourselves look crazy. So apparently that made them very upset, because they turned their attention to me. And they were like, oh, are you supporting people, supporting animal cruelty? Which is the most confusing thing ever, bro. Is that what we're turning to now? I'm supporting people who support the support of eating animals? I'm sorry, I like a hamburger every now and then, dog. I understand why people go vegan. I get it. I understand. I really do. And good for you guys for caring about chickens, bro. It really is. It shows a lot about how much more you guys care. I just don't, okay? I don't go around trying to shove meat in your throat. I don't open your jaws oh, nah, trust me, a hamburger's worth it. Just eat your tofu and leave everyone alone. Anyways, I look at him and I'm like, yes, I do. In fact, I eat meat myself. And at that point, bro, both their heads turned to me. It was like the scene in Jurassic Park where like the velociraptors hear a sound. They're like, new target acquired. So they start moving away from the old lady, thankfully. Like, I'll 1v1 some vegans any day, bro. Y'all want to argue and talk about who's stupid? That's my cup of tea. I do it for a living. My feelings aren't gonna get hurt by the two unemployed vegans wandering around a grocery store at noon yelling at old ladies, I promise you. So they start asking me like how I could dare support the industry. And listen, I want you guys to know, there's this thing called trolling where you just say stuff that you don't really believe, but you're just kind of saying it to piss people off, you know? And at that point, when they asked me why I support the meat industry, I had two options. I could go, honestly, I've just never really looked into it. I just know it tastes yummy, so I buy it, which is the honest answer, you know, there's the truth. Or I could look them in the face and lie and just say that like I thought it was funny that we kill a bunch of chickens. Like I could just mess with them. And considering that they were now like following me as I'm pushing my cart and they were yelling at other people before, I decided that secret option C was probably the best bet, which was to mess with them. Full transparency, probably immature. I'm not saying y'all should do this. It's just a story time. Sometimes I gotta do stuff that was a little stupid. So I start telling them that like when I watched Chicken Run, I was rooting for the chickens to get killed. Like, just stupid stuff, basically saying that I just thought it was funny. Yes, I know it's insensitive, but God, it was hilarious because they just took the bait, bro. Instead of realizing that I was just saying stuff to make them mad, they were like, oh my God, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I thought the chickens in Chicken Run were the bad guy. And at that point, the girl starts crying, bro. Apparently, my taste in movies and movie protagonists is so offensive that, you know, she just starts crying. And at that point, Vegan Dude is like, you made my girlfriend cry. Now we have to fight. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, look it, you made her cry. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to make her cry. And he's like, no, that's it. And he like pushes me. And we've kind of moved away from the old lady, but we're still in this deli section. And when he starts pushing me, the like butcher guy behind the counter is like, hey. And one of the attendants comes out and is like, is everything okay here? And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to buy some food. And this guy's just trying to fight me because I eat meat. And unironically, the vegan guy is like, excuse me, eating meat is wrong, not realizing that the person who's dealing with this situation works in a deli section, bro. If you're gonna make an argument about how meat is murder, you shouldn't do it to a butcher, dude. I just feel like that's probably not the person you should be making that argument against. And the deli guys at that point are like, you two have to go because we've been watching you guys harass customers. Like, you guys gotta get out of here. You haven't even bought anything. Like, go. And they start kind of going back and forth with those guys for a second, but sure enough, you know, the deli manager comes over, he confirms like, no, you guys gotta go, da-da-da-da-da. And they're all pissed off. They're like, way to ruin our protest, is what they say to me. And listen, I'm all for protesting, dude, but if your protest is going to a grocery store and yelling at people buying food, that's kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie. I would give that about a 0 out of 10 on the swag scale. All right, guys, I'm gonna interrupt the video for just a second. On screen now is a Roblox gift card. I give a gift card away every single upload here on this channel as a way to just say thank you to everyone who's subscribed with notifications on. So if you're not already, you might as well subscribe and turn on notifications. It's free and I literally give away money, so you got nothing to lose. If you're already subscribed with notifications on, you help out the channel a bunch and it really, really is appreciated. And yeah, on that note, I will shut up and let you guys get back to the video now. Thank you very much. Subscribe. Bye. So the vegans leave and I think that's the end of it. So I go about my business. I'm shopping. I get to the front, dude. I check out. I'm getting my bags, and along the way, the cashier is kind of like, oh yeah, we had these people in here earlier that were going crazy, like yelling at people in the deli section. And so I'm talking to her, I'm kind of telling her the story, and she's laughing at it and whatnot. And the kid who's bagging my groceries, the way it works out here, this particular like branch of grocery store, I actually worked at one in high school. The people who like go out and get the carts off the lot are also the people who bag groceries. Like, you kind of have shifts, so you know, if it's cold or it's too hot, like you spend half an hour outside and then you come inside and bag groceries for a bit. So we're kind of talking about it, and he's down there bagging the groceries, and he's listening and talking too. And he's like, yeah, they're actually still in the parking lot. They're waiting at the exit. They say they're waiting for somebody. And at that point, I'm kind of like, sick, bro, sick. And by sick, I mean not sick. It's all fun and games until the two crazy vegan people that were screaming at old ladies are now waiting outside of the exit of the grocery store because you said that Chicken Run is a funny movie because the chickens should have died. I'm not even scared, bro. I'm just like, crap, I have to deal more with this. You know, it wasn't a fear thing. It was just kind of like, you know, when you're laying in bed at 2 a.m. and you remember that you have homework due tomorrow that you haven't started yet. And you're just kind of like, there goes the relaxing night I thought I was going to have. It honestly felt quite a bit like that. So I finished getting my groceries and I put them in the cart and I start going towards the exit. And sure enough, every time the door slides open, which obviously every time it opens, you have to pretend you're a Jedi, I see them just kind of standing there. And I start pushing my cart out. And as I come out, I just kind of like start walking past them. And they're like, oh, what, are you afraid of us now? And I'm like, no, dude, I just want to go home. And they're like kind of following me to my car. So I didn't want them to see where my car was. Like I didn't want them to get my license plate, obviously. So I just kind of started making them follow me around the parking lot, bro. And I'm just kind of walking aimlessly. And the entire time they're like yelling at me and I'm talking back. I'm not gonna lie. And finally they're like, where are you going? And I'm like, nowhere, bro. I don't have a car. I just wanted to come buy meat to piss you guys off. Like I was just being an absolute troll. And the guy's like, you know what? I've had enough, bro. It's time. Like me and you are gonna like throw hands, whatever. Like you've been disrespecting me all day. And he starts kind of like getting up in my face, bro. And I'm like, listen, dude, I don't want to fight, bro. I really don't want to fight. And he's like, yeah, well, too bad. And he like shoves me, right? And he starts coming at me and I didn't want to hit him. So I just shoved him because it was like, okay, you've pushed me, I'm going to push you. But I don't know if this dude had never been in a fight before or like ever been played football or anything. But when I shoved him, it was almost like it was the first time anyone had ever shoved this dude in his entire life, bro. Like, he kind of goes sideways and starts skidding a little bit. And I did not push him that hard. Like, you know, if I was out here with Thanos strength, I would be flexing it, trust me. It was not like that. And he, like, hits a car, like, on the way down. Do you know what I mean? Like, he, like, hits on his butt, and then, like, as he's going down on his butt on the ground, kind of, like, moving, he, like, hits his back on the car. And the car alarm starts going off. And as soon as the car alarm starts going off, both him and his girlfriend get up and just run. They start running, not even to a car, just across the parking lot. And I watch them and they get to the street and they just sprint across the street into this apartment complex. And so I look at the car, there's nothing wrong, it's no dent. I think it was just like the contact of it. So I just get my groceries, bro. I get in my car and I come home. And I'm the entire drive home just like, what just happened, bro? I was really just sitting there stupefied trying to figure out if what happened was actually real or if like I was in a Saturday Night Live skit and just didn't actually know that I was, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, even now as I'm telling this, it just doesn't feel real, bro. Moral of the story is it's a lot easier to get your message across if you're not yelling at old people, I guess. I'm not really too sure, bro. I'm still not actually sure that I lived that this morning. I'm very confused. If you guys enjoyed the video, though, I would really appreciate you taking a quick second to press the like button and let me know in the comment section down below if you enjoyed. If you don't know what to comment, just go ahead and comment the word Killjoy down below. It just helps me hit recommended, helps the channel grow, all that good stuff, and it is mucho appreciated, so if you wouldn't mind doing it, thank you kindly. Other than that, if y'all want more content, obviously I've got other story times on the channel, but other than that as well, I do have a podcast called The Scuffed Cast. Link to that can be found down below in the description, along with a link to the intro song. If you bop to that, the Spotify link is down below. No pressure though. And the last link you gotta know about in the description is the link to the merch store. It's pretty fantastic if you ask me, but obviously I'm a little biased myself. On that note though, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I will see you guys all next time with another video. Remember, 9 plus 10 is actually 21. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.